Hey guys, it's Elaine, the Ninja Life Coach, and welcome to my channel today. Today, we're going to be talking about what's your legacy. So sit back, grab yourselves a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, I'm back, and today I'm wearing a wig from Amazon. I'll drop a link down in the description box below so y'all can take a look at this wig. I just reviewed it, and y'all can take a look at my review, and I'll drop a link down to all that stuff in the description box. So let's get on to why we're here today, which is Motivational Monday. Motivational Mondays are days that we can kind of set the tone for the week. And today I want to talk about legacy. What are we leaving behind? I've spoken about this before on my channel, but something happened to me this week, and I actually wrote a blog about it. For those of you who follow my blog, you can check that out on Ninja Life Coaching. But my grandson has been spending some time with me this week because he's been out of school, and he's spent 3 out of the last 6 days at my house and spent the night with me, every other night it seems like. And one thing that we always do is in my kitchen, we used to play a little game called kitchen basketball, and we still play this occasionally. But when he was about a year younger, we played this all the time. I knew when he was coming to my house, we would play kitchen basketball. And it involves a little ball about this big around and a basket, and he would throw the ball to me and I would try to catch it with that basket. And sometimes we'd set the basket up and we'd play horse. Sometimes we'd play block, and he would be Michael Jordan, and he asked me who I wanted to be, and the only one I could think of that I always loved was Wilt Chamberlain. And so then, of course, he had to Google and see who those people were. He knew Michael Jordan, but he did not know who Wilt Chamberlain was. So then we would, I would block him and do all this kind of stuff, and we just used to have so much fun doing that. And we still do that occasionally, but he is now 10 years old. And that has kind of given way to, games and tablets and, video games and just all kinds of mayhem that comes with a 10-year-old boy. And it's not quite as focused on kitchen basketball as we used to be, which I kind of hate that because I love those games of kitchen basketball. But yesterday when he was at my house, he said something to me that just really made me take a step back. And he told me, he said, we were getting out of the car and we were walking through the garage, and one of the little red balls that we used to play with was laying right there in the garage, and he saw it, and he said, "Grammy, when you die, I'm going to put one of those red balls in your coffin." Now, once I kind of got over the creepy factor about that, I was thinking, well, you little ghoulish Dracula, what are you going to do? Lean over me with saying I want to drink your blood and put that ball in the coffin with me? But once I had a second to think about that, that really warmed my heart, because that's something that kid remembers about me, is that I played kitchen basketball with him. And sometimes, I'm going to be honest, folks, these old bones did not feel like playing kitchen basketball. And there were times when I just said, I can't do it tonight, buddy. It's too hard tonight. My arthritis and my hips hurting. But every time that he asked, I tried my best to do something with that little red ball because he loved to play with that thing. And it's just a little stress ball, much like what you would have on your desk at work and you'd squeeze when your coworker made you mad. That's what the little red ball was. But it bounced pretty good. But he remembered that, and he remembered all those times that we played kitchen basketball, and that, I know that sounds like a strange legacy to be proud of, but I'm really proud of the fact that made me be my best version of myself when I was with him. And that's what he is going to remember. He's not going to remember the times that I couldn't play with him because my hip was hurting. He's going to remember the times that my hip was hurting and I got up and played anyway, because he doesn't know about those times because I played through it and I did it anyway. And he remembers that with fondness. So what I want to ask you today on this Motivational Monday is, what kind of legacy are you leaving behind for the folks that come behind you? Maybe you don't have any children or grandchildren, and that's okay. But what kind of legacy are you leaving for people to find when you leave this world? Did you tell them about Jesus? Did you tell them about the way to a better life? Did you help them when they were in need? Did you visit them when they were sick? Did you bring them a casserole? Did you go see them when they were incarcerated? Did you do these things? And these things they have eternal consequences. Now, ultimately, at the end of the day, the little red ball has 0 eternal consequences. But what comes with that little red ball has a magnificent consequence that is eternal, because the feelings and the spirit that goes with that ball was, I showed my grandson that, number one, that I cared about him. Number two, I showed him that he was precious in the sight of me and in the sight of God. And number three, the most important of all, I think, is the quality time that I spent with him shows him the way that people need to be treated. And that is invaluable. So today, I just want to ask you, what is your little red ball? What is it? What is the little thing that you do in your life that is your legacy that you're going to leave behind for those that you love? Everybody needs somebody to love. And if you don't have somebody in your life that you can love, get a friend and love on them or their children or your pastor or your youth pastor or your boss or your coworker or whoever. Find somebody that you can love and pour into their life. It's always good if you can pour into the life of someone younger than you and mentor them. That is invaluable. So if you can do that, that's a great thing to do. Guys, that's all for today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. God bless you all. Maranatha, folks. Bye-bye. Love you guys.